Today I'm here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, going to be talking about something of the past, something I really miss this time of year.
Let's take a closer look.
Bo, you remember the Osbornes, not the family of the Osbornes. I love that TV show, but I'm talking about the Osborne spectacle of dancing lights, the Osborne family lights here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It was something that kind of sealed the deal that the holidays were here in Central Florida. It was a free with admission event, no special hard ticket event. It was a good time. It was a different time. Very few people were filming. What a time, Bo. We're going to talk about that today. It's great to see you. The one thing I love about Disney's Hollywood Studios is they still have garland that go across Hollywood Boulevard here as you walk in. Main Street at Magic Kingdom no longer has this because it obstructs Cinderella Castle. And in a way, this kind of does obstruct Chinese theater, but they're not really wanting you to take a photo of Chinese theater. That's not the icon in this park. What I love is you walk along all the different decorations that start popping out. It's razzle dazzle here. I mean, you are in Hollywood land. Take a look at the mousettes here. The mini mousettes is what I've just started calling them. They bring these here every year, and there's something new, speaking of Chinese theater, that's down the street here at the Max Factor building. Yeah, next to the Max Factor building here, you have the Busby Berkeley girls from the Great Movie Ride. If you can see through this reflection, it's really difficult. Man, it's difficult to see in this time of day. This is morning time. We'll have to come back later on and see if we can see. There's a face. And then here, you might recognize these legs. These girls used to spin when they first were in the Great Movie Ride. And then over time, they just kind of let them stand there. But I can still hear the song, By the Waterfall, da na 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 na, from Footlight Parade, one of my favorite movies. But yeah, the Busby Berkeley girls are here looking down Sunset Boulevard. Our next spot. Yeah, it's great. You go from garland and tinsel across Hollywood Boulevard, down Sunset Boulevard, and they have these old school stars that hang in line all the way down to the Tower of Terror. Even the Beverly Sunset Theater got in on the action this year with some decorations, some wreaths. Legends of Hollywood across the street also have some decorations this year. They really deck the halls here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. See, most other parks, it's like at Magic Kingdom, you're only going to get decorations really on Main Street. They take it a step further here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, even decorating the Disney Vacation Club hut here. I love it. I love Sunset Boulevard during the holidays. It's such a fun place to visit and see all the different decorations they put out. But still, there's nothing that compares to our subject today. And they took it a step further here at the Legends of Hollywood. And our little ticket taker has her little window booth decorated for the holidays, as they should. See this? I mean, man, with the details, it's just so good. Even the gift shops get all the tinsel and razzle dazzle for the holidays. I love it. Wow. I mean, these are like little gift shops. Like, they don't have to do this stuff, but they do. That's why I love this place. And it does look like you walked into a real 5 and 10 during the holidays with the decorations up and the music playing. It kind of does something to you. Yeah, this park is always my favorite during the holidays because of the decorations. That's one thing they've never kind of gone away with, is the decorations. Even the Andrew sisters, as Abby and I call them here, they're amazing and incredible. But the Osbornes just took all of this to the next level. I love this. I love that they do this every year. We call them the Andrew sisters because we don't know what their names are, but we love the Andrew sisters. And it kind of fits with them, right? Like, they don't have to put these trees on the light poles, but they totally do. And they continue with more guys over here, like the Andrews sisters. This is the 3 freshmen over here in front of the Hollywood Brown Derby. I love it. They're putting lumps of sugar in the hot cocoa there, or tea, whatever you prefer to drink. That's what I'm saying. They always take it up a step here at Disney's Hollywood Studios for the holidays. Now from here you could see the Eiffel Tower back in the day, and at one point they would put a Santa hat on the Eiffel Tower over there. That's really cool. There's some photos online of it. I missed that. Maybe if they did a big Santa hat on Chinese theater. Oh my gosh. But there is something festive about seeing snowflakes in front of the Chinese theater, even if that's the only decoration in this area. And that's for Jollywood Nights, which is a hard ticket event. You come in and see some shows and things you don't normally see during the daytime for an additional fee. Heading over to Indiana Jones Epic Stuntacular and Echo Lake. Look at the Christmas tree they have here, and at night they actually do a tree lighting ceremony. You'll hear an announcement and then they light the whole tree. Indiana Jones, I think an explosion is about to happen. It's rearing towards the end of the show here. That'd be cool if we caught some firework explosives as we were heading towards the tree, right? Yeah, this is Echo Lake. I love what they do with Echo Lake every year. The giant ornaments in the Echo Lake. The tree here, Santa Gertie. There's so much to look at in this section. Let's dive into Echo Lake. I'm kind of hoping we get the final explosion of Indiana Jones, but we'll see. Here it comes. There it is. All right. And cut. As you step into Echo Lake, look at the umbrellas they had. That kind of reminds me of the Rankin Bass Rudolph in a way. It's a little Christmas tree. And I'll never forgive them for replacing the box here. Well, I shouldn't say replace, just wiping over the box that used to say George Bailey, Bedford Falls. A little Christmas nod throughout the whole season when there's not Christmas trees on light poles like this. Here on Echo Lake, it's lined with vintage decorations, which I'm a big fan of, if you don't know. And Echo Lake itself just gets a little facelift for the holidays. Gonna venture over to Santa Gertie. By the way, we're gonna get to Osborne's. Just calm down. Yeah, I absolutely love these. The Santa, the Rudolph. They're so good. Definitely looks like a Coca-Cola ad, but I love Coca-Cola during the holiday season. Also, the pink poodles here are a fan favorite. Well, I'm the fan, and it's a favorite of mine and Abby's. I love this. The spaghetti poodles right here, man, so good. Even the Primetime Cafe decorates, and they add these really cool reindeer here right in front of Santa Gertie. And there's Santa Gertie. I love seeing Santa Gertie every year. They give Gertie a Santa hat and a little ornament right there. I love it. One last look at Echo Lake as we listen to Burl Ives in the background. I love this. I love this area. All right, let's move on. All right, in the year 1995, something big came to Disney's Hollywood Studios. It was the Disney-MGM studios at the time, and there was a family called the Osbornes, and they brought a spectacle of dancing lights to this park. And it all started right here. Imagine this, completely decked out in Christmas lights, all going in syncopation with different songs, different music breaks, hosted by a radio show. A fake radio show, but nonetheless. And right here, they would have the sign that says the Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights, presented by Siemens. It ended in 2016. A lot of these photos are from when it ended. You can see a little bit of this building here on the left. This is a fisheye lens I took this photo with. And the way the sign was held between the two buildings over here in Muppets, along with the facade of New York City, the fake facade of New York City. Two of my favorite locals right here, Max and Goof. Right about here is the angle from which I took this photo. It'll give you a perspective of the other buildings and everything they had. They had stuff on top of the roofs, lit up, spinning, moving around. It was quite a sight, honestly. And this building right here used to be homed to Susie's Speed Shop. And you can see see I took a photo here. It was right about here, and it was on a wide angle lens now. But there you go, all the lights on the Chevrolet building, which is the only thing left here, the Chevrolet building. Kind of insane. Now the way they would do this every year is they would light up the whole thing with the flip of a switch, and Goofy was the one who did it. And right about here is where the tree was, and there was a switch that Goofy, Santa Goofy, would flip on with the chosen family every year. And here's a larger photo of the tree with the Chevrolet building. I'm glad I took all these photos. Yeah, right here at the Chevrolet building, at the top, they had this little merry-go-round that would spin around. This is the only building that's left, this whole entire stretch right here. And this is like the best I can do with the video and the matching up with this photo, because I took these in wide angle so I could get everything in. Pretty cool. You can see Santa and the reindeer going across the building they had here to the left that's no longer here. Insane how many buildings they really tore down after this closed. And the reason they got rid of this is because of Star Wars. Now as you walked further into Streets of America, you would be looking down this area and you can see the Peace on Earth, Merry Christmas, with the angels all around lit up heading towards Lights Motors Action. And if we turned around from about the middle of this area, we would be looking down here, and this is what it would be looking like with the Chevrolet building. Now right over in this area, more or less in this area, you had the building that split with the wreath on top of the other merry-go-round. I did love this building a lot. And as you would walk down the streets here, they always had Easter eggs at the Osbornes, and every year I tried to find Baby Sinclair, and Baby Sinclair from Dinosaurs was usually in a window. Also, they would have a hidden Roger Rabbit plush hidden somewhere. One of the last times we found it, he was attached to a bicycle in front of the Chinese restaurant, I believe in San Francisco. In other stoops, they would put 101 Dalmatians on them. They always livened up the buildings here. They made them feel like you were actually in a real city. In 2016, they had a Lady and the Tramp set up down a little alleyway, and they had the spaghetti, they had the whole thing. I love that they did that. They had a hidden black cat you had to find every year. It was like the Lucky 13 cat, you know, the screeching cat. There was so many things they would add, and the last year they threw a video on to make everyone super sad, and it was like showing years past of the Osbornes, interviews with the Osborne family. I'm glad I took a photo of it, and I'm really glad that I took photos of the last year. I came here, I did a video giving a farewell, and this was when I was first starting to really get into YouTube and stuff. And man, if you had the Osbornes now, I think it would be an overload of live streaming and YouTubers, and I think it would be kind of overwhelming. I'm gonna bump the movie ride foot. But I think it would be also really cool, like they do the lightsaber meetups here in Galaxy's Edge. Those always look so cool on film. I would love to see what people would film and take photos of when this was Streets of America and you could walk around down here. And at one point you could walk through here like this was a real town. And right over here next to where Kylo Ren is walking with the stormtroopers, you could see lights behind them at the Golden Girls house over here. So let's see. Is that Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose? Imagine that.
Please make way for the first order.
So yeah, you can see the Golden Girls house right here, completely lit up for the holidays. Another person that gets into the holidays is Vern, Ernest's friend. Vern, his house was over here, and Ernest Saves Christmas. You never know who you're gonna see walking through here. She's looking for Kylo Ren, or Kylo Ren's looking for her. Oh, Vern, what a guy, and he throws the biggest parties. Look at all these people who showed up for Vern's party. This is insane. Yeah, you would walk right through here, and this would be Vern's house from Ernest Saves Christmas. Imagine walking down Residential Street, which is what this was, lined with houses from Empty Nest, Golden Girls, Ernest Saves Christmas, tons of commercials, and Splash 2, the giant hit from Touchtone. I think it was Touchtone. And all this was decorated too, like a real residential street, but it was a part of the Osborne Festival of Dancing Lights. And when they took away Residential Street for Lights, Motors, Action and stuff, obviously this portion of it went away. Nowadays we can still walk back here, which is really weird. It's like you could walk back here, they took it away, and then they're like, no, you can come back here again. So it's different. And also at one point, you could take the backlot tour here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and you could see certain vehicles from Star Wars and Herbie the Love Bug, etc. And some of them, they would decorate for the holidays as well back there. I love that you can still see some vehicles back here when you're in Galaxy's Edge, and all the droids. I was curious if they sold any Life Day merchandise in the park without being Jollywood, and I think they only have Jollywood stuff for Life Day. Maybe they only have the merchandise for Life Day. But also, B. Arthur was in Star Wars Holiday Special, and her house from Golden Girls used to be here, and now it's Star Wars. Do you think B. Arthur is in the Star Wars universe? I don't know why I'm talking with Chewbacca right this second. Get out of the way, Rose, Blanche. 2016 was a sad year. They closed the Osbornes. Spectacle of dancing lights because of the closure of Streets of America that same year. And we lost it. And this was a big treat for me this year, seeing Walt Disney Presents having 3 showing of holiday shorts. Walt Disney's on Ice, Pluto's Christmas Tree, and The Art of Skiing. Also, they have an exhibit with Muppets and the Santa Claus starring Tim Allen. Little props. Let's go inside and see what they got. Wow, here's all the props from the Santa Claus. You got Mrs. Claus coat from the Santa Claus 3. You have Bernard's costume from Santa Claus 2. And then right over here is Judy's outfit from the Santa Claus. And then down the front row here, we've got Comet's name tag here, the business car, Santa's watch. There's Jack Frost's snow globe from the 3rd film. I never saw that one with Martin Short. I need to see that one. And there's Lucy Miller's snow globe from Santa Claus 2. The naughty or nice list. Aman Asante. Wow, it's on there. There's the red Santa Claus pajamas right there. And there's the Santa Claus pajamas right there. I love the naughty or nice list. There you go. There's some letters there to Santa on the tree. This is so cool. A hot cocoa mug over there. Not too hot, extra chocolate. Shaken, not stirred. Still remember it all. Babes in Toyland from 1960. Are you kidding me? It's funny. People always like go out and film the new stuff in the parks, and they're like, "Look, this is here." Only thing they showed was Muppet and Santa Claus, because I guess no one knows what Babes in Toyland is. That's Ed Wynn right there. And if you don't know who Ed Wynn is, look him up. Huge in the Disney history here. But yeah, this was such a fantastic movie. Walt loved this. Annette Funicello was in it. I mean, it's one of those like classic Disney films that I don't think gets enough love. That's so cool. So many props and toys that you could get, collectibles. I love this. Good job on this. This was from the film Noelle, right here with Anna Kendrick. These are some of her costumes here. A book of Santa and a naughty or nice list. Have not seen that yet, but everyone has seen this, and I do love this movie. There's the Great Gonzo's costume here, and Rizzo the Rat. Their costume, Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim. Right here. And then these are some of the mini models. The beginning of the film, they fly over the mini models like that. And it looks real. The way you do it with smoke and all the effects and everything, if you do it just right. It's pretty cool. I love how tiny they are. I mean, look how small Rizzo the Rat is. But yeah, this is new. All this here and inside the Walt Disney Theater, they are showing these 3 films, like I said. Absolutely love Pluto's Christmas Tree. This is one of my all-time favorites with Chip and Dale. Pluto, we have chipmunks in our tree. Yeah, that was one of the best things they've added in there in a while. I love that. Give the people what they want. They want to see props in there because they used to have props all the time. There was a time when you could go in there and see the Big Bunny from Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, the Rocketeer, so many props. But now, we got some new props in here, and thumbs up Disney. But I miss the Osborne lights, I do. I miss Hollywood Studios back in the day when you could come here at night and experience those lights. And it wasn't a hard ticket event or anything, it was just something they gave you as a thank you for coming during the holidays. Times change though. Okay, I'm gonna try again so you can see. Okay, yeah, there you go. Busby Berkeley Girls by the waterfall. Na 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 na. Here they are. Very cool. All right, Hollywood. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching this look back at the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. I miss them. I'm sure you do too. But there's a lot of good things happening in this park. And for that, I'm thankful. But I will see you on the next episode. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.